clear. The constitution is very clear. Why can't we get some work done? What the Gen Z are asking and what Kenyans are asking are straightforward questions. Do you need a council to resolve those issues? Wakati ilifanyika in 2024, sarakazi imepigwa hapo ni kama kucheza kamari. Cabinet imebadilishwa sijui mara ngapi, mawaziri wengine are on their third assignment since the Gen Z demonstrations of 2024. So hiyo kamari inaendelea kuchezwa namna hiyo. Then tuanza another new kamari sasa ya mzunguko, tuzungumuze kitambo, you know it, tumefika tena another electoral cycle. Then tuanze tena wimbo ingine mpya and so on. And the problems are there.
So mheshimiwa, iwapo Rais Ruto atakuita kwa mazungumzo ya kuokoa nchi, inamaanisha hutaenda?
Atahitaji nini kutoka kwangu? What will he need from me? What will I tell him that he cannot hear from the people in the streets? What can I tell him that he is not hearing from the Gen Z? Unajua hiyo ndio zamani kujifanya. What's new? Wanaenda kusikiza nini? Look, let me give you an example. 2 weeks ago, we went to Kenyatta National Hospital to see people who had been hurt during the demonstrations. We went to that ward. There were 17 people admitted there with gunshot wounds across the board. Listen to me very carefully. Those people came from so many communities across the country. I did not see people from one community in that ward. When we came downstairs, I was with Kalonzo and Wamalwa. I left that hospital that day with 7 pieces of paper. I don't know how many Kalonzo left with or how many Wamalwa left with 7 pieces of paper. Somebody walks up to me and tells me, Mheshimiwa, mimi nimekuwa hapa tangu jana, nimeambiwa nilipe 43,000, SHA inaweza lipa 13 or whatever the case was. So sasa natafuta 30,000. Mwingine, unajua nimekuwa hapa, sijui mtoto anahitaji kufanyiwa nini, I'm supposed to pay 73,000, SHA italipa 20, nahitaji kulipa. Last weekend, in a restaurant here in Ngara, I just walked into some place, and then a waiter walks up to me and tells me, unajua hii tunashida, this SHA is not working. My mother, she was admitted in some hospital here in Ngara. Those are stories you hear from around the country. Gatonye, am I the only one who hears those stories? These leaders are living amongst us. They walk around, they hear these stories. So do you need a committee to tell you those? Because those are the issues that need to be solved. Do we need to have a meeting, tuende tukae kwa mahoteli, sasa huko tuanze safari park, then tusome ma speech, tuanze sasa drama mpya, now will be addressed by I don't know who, then another person, speeches. The whole morning is speeches. Then after that, do you need those things to solve the problems that we are facing? Alafu tutoke hapo tuende Mombasa, tupande mandege sisi wote, tupeleke magari ya serikali huko na madereva na maaskari, tunapigiwa masalute huko. Sasa tumeenda conference mpya huko kutafuta solution. Kutoka hapo tuende Naivasha, kutoka hapo. Do you need all those kinds of things to solve the problems? It's straightforward. It's looking at us. I speak to school principals, obviously, because I'm a former minister of education, and I've kept friendships with many of them. Many teachers, because they are my colleagues, I'm a trained teacher. Some of these guys were my classmates in KU. Ninaongeanga na hawa watu kila wakati. I meet parents every day in my life. No capitation in schools. Some principals tell you, the last time I received 160,000 or whatever it is, I have debts up to the sky. Some of them cannot tell you what's going to happen. Ukiuliza an average parent, the limit we had kept wakati was saying, parents should not be pushed with this burden of school fees and so on. Wanakueleza, ukiuliza watu wengine, even in the private school sector, they won't tell you how much money they're supposed to raise to pay for exams, as it were. We had removed examination fees completely because, as you know, nikueleze Gatonye, when you ask for examination fees, first of all, it is an inclusion issue. There are people who are not going to be able to pay exams, which means they will drop out. We are beginning to see again cases like those. We had worked on 100% transition. The simple and common sense reason why we removed examination fees is because that is how you ensure inclusion. Everyone can do exams, everyone participates in the process. So it's a participation issue. It's a wastage issue. Mtu ameenda shule amefika wakati wa kufanya exam, hawezi kufanya exam, anatoka. I meet university students. I meet parents who have kids in universities. Wanasema, yesterday I was in a social function and somebody walks up to me and tells me, my nephew alipata help approval in November. We are in July. Ajapata pesa. So many kids are deferring. Oh, let me now go home because I can't pay the visa and do exams. Let me defer and come back next semester and so on. What committee do you need? Let me ask you. I mean, sometimes we should also respect common sense.
Okay.
What committee do you need to solve those problems?
Okay.
Sasa tuanze mzunguko mpya. Hiyo style ya kuzunguka sasa kupita huko, sasa tuende tukae mahoteli, tuanze kulala huko, sijui nini, itana kuleta watu dancers, watu anze kudansi hapo, to welcome, ili sasa tuanze kukaa, tuna solve problem. Which problem are we solving?
Okay.
Let's manage the country. That is what we are being asked to do.
Naam, Daktari Matiang'i, umezungumzia